Hello, everybody, and welcome. Let's preview the third test match between India and Australia. Now, there have been so many things happening around in Australia, not just from the cricketing. From there have been so many external factors that have come into play, and the breaching of protocols from the Indian players. The Australian players are not holding back. They are giving it back to the Indian players. A lot of talks going around. This is what you expect when an India and Australia series is going on. The heating up movements will definitely come whenever India plays Australia. So leaving everything aside, let's go back to the cricket. It's been a while since the test match got over. There was a lot of gap between these two test matches, and now we're back at the Sydney Cricket Ground, a ground where India just loves playing cricket. I think they play the best cricket in Australia in Sydney, because if you ask any Indian captains before the series start, they would love to play at Sydney, because Sydney is one wicket which definitely suits the subcontinent teams, because it provides extra spin for you as well. And happy memories for India coming back to the ground, where Rishabh Pant will be definitely happy going back. Cheteshwar Pujara got a fantastic 100, and Kuldeep Yadav picked a 5-wicket haul in the last test match. So let's preview both the teams. Now let's start with India. Everybody knows about the changes that are going to be happening. There have been rumors of so many changes happening to the Indian team, but I think one first change will definitely be Rohit Sharma will definitely come into my team. He'll replace Mayank Agarwal at the top. Even though there have been so many rumors coming out that he might bat in the middle order, Indian team don't want to risk him as an opener yet in Australia, particularly against the likes of Stark, Cummins, and Hazelwood, and other bowlers of Australia. But I think he was picked as an Indian opener in Test matches for a reason, because of his experience, and he has done brilliantly for India in the World Test Championship at home. Yes, home conditions and Australian conditions are a bit different, but that does not take away anything away from Rohit Sharma. He still is a very good Test match opener as well. So I'll still be opening with Rohit Sharma, and Shubman Gill. 3 and 4 pick themselves. Ajinkya Rahane and Cheteshwar Pujara pick themselves. There have also been rumors coming out that KL Rahul might replace Hanuma Vihari, but I think the reason why KL Rahul was brought into the team was because of his one-day form and not his first-class form. It has been a while since KL Rahul hasn't played a Test match. Forget about the Test match. He hasn't played any domestic cricket for Karnataka. So I don't want Hanuma Vihari to be replaced. Yes, he hasn't got a big score, but he's really someone who can dig in there and fight it out for your team. So I don't want to replace Hanuma Vihari in my team. KL Rahul will have to wait for a while. And the other change which I see is about the third seamer. There have been a lot of talks about Natarajan making his debut, Shardul Thakur being preferred because of his domestic experience. Yes, I think that will definitely come in handy. I think if India are looking for an experienced fast bowler, I think they need to go with Shardul Thakur. If they want some X factor in their team, I think Natarajan should be given a go. That all depend on the conditions and how well these two bowlers are bowling in the nets. And that was said before, that whoever bowls well at the nets, that person will be picked for the Test match. So hopefully, in my opinion, I think Natarajan should be picked because of the X factor he brings into the team. Now let's preview the Australian team. Like India, Australia also have too many problems to address, particularly at the top. Joe Burns has been dropped, which probably any cricket fan would have got the idea well in before that. It was high time for Joe Burns to go back to Shield cricket and score runs over there. David Warner, even though he's not 100% fit, he'll definitely be walking into the team. It's very much needed at the moment for Australia. David Warner coming back will definitely boost the confidence of the Australian team as well. And I would actually pick Will Pucovski in my team as well as an opener with David Warner. So they both will be opening. I would push Matthew Wade down to number 5. Travis Head has to go out simply. We have been saying about Joe Burns. Travis Head hasn't done anything for a while now. It's been over a year now since he scored his last century for Australia. He did not have a good Ashes as well. So Matthew Wade at 5, and I don't see any other changes happening in the Australian team. Now, Sydney Cricket Ground usually, like I said before, is a pitch which certainly enjoys the spinners on this wicket, and spinners enjoy bowling on this wicket. So it will be interesting to see what sort of wicket the Australian team will put forward in the Sydney Cricket Ground. If we look at the one-day series, I think the wicket were a flat. A lot many runs were scored on it. So if a similar sort of wicket, I expected my batsmen to dominate on both sides, especially with Warner and Rohit Sharma coming back in their respective teams. It will really be a run feast if the wicket is a flat one. if they provide us turning one, I think Ashwin Jadeja will just be licking their lips. I mean, India will definitely start favorites if it's a turning track, and let's see what happens. We hopefully we get a cracker of a test match, and hopefully India come out on top.